Where are we going, Chief?
To the drinking fountain to drink some fluoridy water that shouldn't harm me too much.
Yeah, get the fluoride out of our water.
Flew out of our water.
My theory was that they up the fluoride every election, like coming up to election.
Yeah, sounds likely.
Probably.
Or they just get it from a different company that's got extra filthy bit of strontium or barium, lithium, just to get the right spirit and the right juice going.
Yeah. And then they just, you become like a conformer, do you reckon?
Yeah, to the aluminium.
Does it calcify your pineal gland or something?
Well, I met a guy who was a genius, and he said that he'd been eating his toothpaste since the age of 5.
Yeah.
And he was clearly like IQ 150 plus.
Yeah.
And but you know, he just wants to go to the next sex island and get his rocks off, which is all right. But you know, corporate agendas and stuff.
He wanted to go to Thailand and get a rip start.
Oh no, he's a really cute boy. He wouldn't have to do that. He's like got locks and glasses and painted fingernails and shit. But
sounds interesting.
Yeah. No, he's a good guy, but I don't know. He would never come here because this is too, I don't know,
too many freedom lovers.
Hormonally free or something.
Yeah.
Great work. Well,
so what are we doing? No one's getting the jab. Stay away from the jab.
Well, to me, a lot of these signs here, it's just like preaching to the converted. It's not like there's 100,000 people in the CBD to see us. And so we need a bit more sort of dissident shit that points a finger to what's really going on, which, I don't know, I don't think, like this obviously this is a bit mild, but also it scares me because it stands out in a way.
What is going on?
Oh, well, basically, the entitled West's cash has run out and they're just firing off. I thought it was going to be a nuclear bomb.
Is it like a controlled burn of the economy? Like the whole thing's just it's just the controlled burn.
Yeah, the middle class has to take a few knocks and the poor and working class just get shunted into...
Reintroduction of feudalism 2.0.
Yeah.
Will not own anything and you'll be happy. Wasn't that the Great Reset?
Yeah, right.
That's what the World Economic Forum was saying.
Leftist bullshit, basically. I'm leftist myself, but not that sort of leftist, you know, old school.
Hopefully a lot of people are coming together and like we've kind of got to remove that left-right brand. People, they love the brand. If they can get you into like a group think, then you're like controllable.
Then all the other like gutless, spineless lefties, I mean, they're probably here to protest us, to spit on us. No,
counter-protest.
Yeah, where are they?
I don't know. I think they were meeting at King George Square.
My other idea for a sign just saying the organised left is spineless, but like the Jesus crew. I go up to them and I say, isn't this about solidarity? You know, you're really drawing a divide with that. Like, I respect your opinions, but Jesus saves, rot in hell. Most people here don't have...
They had on the sign.
Oh, that crew down there.
I went up to them and said, g'day, but I just went over me.
Yeah.
I always said, I've been saying to people that people talk about like the adrenochrome and Epstein's Island and all that.
I thought of that just yesterday. It's disgusting.
And you know how like with the Epstein's Island and the theory is like they rape them, torture them to death, and just before they die the adrenal gland goes like into overdrive and they extract it and turn it into a drug. And then they trip and then they commune with demons and in the spirit
into some dark web realms to check that out and could find nothing, which disturbs me. I don't know what made me think of Epstein yesterday. Obviously today was one thing, but I just looked at a few shots of him. He was a scary-looking dude. He probably still is a scary-looking dude on the island where he is now.
They manipulate people through drugs and sex to try to get dirt on them so then they can manipulate them and own them.
Compromise them,
so like all these politicians and CEOs they're just puppets.
Them are pedophiles, basically.
Yeah, puppets.
Yeah.
And the human sacrifice thing is like been going on forever.
It's like the Vietnam War. It's basically human sacrifice. It's like, we'll just sacrifice 50,000 of our young and kill 2 million, 1 million North Vietnamese and 1 million South Vietnamese. Blame LBJ for that, but Kennedy actually had a set. But then LBJ was, you can say the rot's always been there since ancient Rome, but really since LBJ and the escalation of the Vietnam War, everything just, we've never recovered, and we probably, who knows, maybe we never will.
Crazy. I was thinking with the human sacrifice thing, how it's happening with adrenochrome or all this abortion stuff or euthanasia or even these clot shot jabs. It's human. If it's human sacrifice and like traditionally in ancient times it was always done to commune and do deals with the devil or the ancestors and stuff.
Pagan gods, yeah.
And I was like, oh, I was thinking, well, Jesus is like, God sacrificed himself to do away with that system so we could commune with like the positive side of the spirit realm.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, that's cool. Like, if that's the go, I'm down.
Yeah, I'm all for like, you know, Christ, the cosmic Christ.
Logos.
Yeah.
I think the Greeks called them the logos.
Yeah.
It's the word that created everything.
I think, like someone said to me last night, it's a blood moon or something. Do you want to have acid? And I'm like, I don't do drugs anymore. I don't need them because, you know,
anal glands being decalcified. You know.
To the Epstein thing, you think, holy fuck. Like, I talked to this old guy who was around 70. I said, man, I just realised you don't have to smoke a lot of dope to get ripped. He's like, I don't smoke. I'm like, oh, right. Oh, well, when you drink, I don't drink. He's sipping on a Boost juice or something. I said, oh, cool, right. Yeah, you're the shit. And then he said, look, man, if you knew what all of this COVID shit was about, you'd flip. So he sort of pretexted what he was about to say. And of course I insisted, well, tell me, come on, what's it about? He said, oh, well, look, if I was Paleolithic man, I saw a few pigs and cows, I'd fucking fence them off, you know, and we are in turn farmed. And I don't know, it was possibly just trying to blow my mind. But,
that's the thing about, like, spirit realm and spirit dimensions and there being, like, they'll say with the human sacrifice crap, it's like you do this stuff to commune with the spirit realm and the dark side of it, and you think you're getting a good deal or help, but the truth is they own you, and then they're in the steering wheel then. So it's sort of like, we become like cattle, and then we're actually outworking their plan instead of thinking like, oh, I'll do it to get some help and help my family or do something good, but it never works like that. It always corrupts.
I was
always fuck ourselves.
last night.
That's some deep.
He's a drug dealer. He was on the dark web trying to get some MDMA for cheap or something. And basically through, I think it was called Encro or something, some encryption that celebrities use, a bunch of cartels and organised criminals got this Encro system on their phones and were operating this torture lab out of a farming house in the Netherlands, in which they would get their victims and keep them chained up until they take them to the Red Room. And I sort of think, well, if that's a lie, I'm sure it's happened elsewhere all the time. The dark web, I don't know, it's all there basically, or the footprints of it, the fingerprints of it are there. And
follow the breadcrumbs.
I'm not courageous enough to go in there, but many people stumble accidentally into these horrific realms, which to me just reinforces that, I don't know.
I'm quite careful.
Alone.
Like, I have like the scripture that says like, hold captive every thought unto Christ and meditate on that which is good. So like, I always like think I just want to keep my mind and spirit like on a positive, do you know, because I don't know, it's like even with the drug stuff, I used to smoke a lot of pot and I stopped when I was younger, but I'm like, I don't know if I can handle it or if I got it in me to say no to stuff, so I just be like, I best to stay away and try to keep on a positive wavelength. But like, I don't judge any people who do, because you know we're all on that journey.
I was embarrassed at the last march to be yelling Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. But the further we get, the more Clive Palmer is shaping up as a good guy, and I might not vote for him yet. However, I just think that I might end up being an Aussie nationalist. I wouldn't want to be an American one. I got to go.
No worries, bro.
Great talking.
Thanks, man. God bless you. Dusty.
Dusty.
Yeah. Check us out. Dusty Drinking Team. Phew.